First off, the bow holder and the Lone Wolf, pretty much useless. I tried to use it at the beginning of the season and realized, if I'm trying to move the least amount, then that bow holder really isn't that great. So what I did is I put on a third hand archery bow holder, and that comes in handy when I am initially bringing my bow up from the ground and I want to position my quiver on my stand. So I bring my bow up and I take my quiver off, put my bow in the bow holder, and then I attach my quiver to the quiver holder right over here on this side of the hand, the upper portion of the hand climber. Anyways, I'll get into that later. But I did get the footrest from an individual there on Archery Talk who made them patterned after the OEM, I do believe. But here's the footrests. When I get to the tree stand or the tree I'm going to climb in, I set my hand climber down, and then of course I take off the little straps right here. And I'll show you all this out when I'm outside tomorrow. So I take off that strap, just a little bungee cord strap right here. When I was in Afghanistan thinking about buying this thing, I had a lot of these questions like, what the heck's that bungee cord for? Well, I used it to hold the belts down when I hunted this season, because I found if I didn't hold the belts down, I'd be going through the woods, and here in North Carolina we got a lot of secondary canopy and a lot of undergrowth, so those belts would end up grabbing on tree limbs and leaves and stuff like that and just making noise. So I used that bungee cord to sort of hold it down and hold those out of the way so they wouldn't get tied up and stuff. So anyways, I get to the bottom of the tree, I take that off, and then these little straps right here are like third hand archery straps. And being I'm in the military, I went over to the Paraloft, the guys who do the parachutes, and had them rig me up some buckles right here. It's just like what third hand archery sells, and they're I'll tell you, the Lone Wolf's great idea, but just poor execution. I wouldn't trust a plastic buckle for anything. So we have these types of buckles on mine. So undo that when I'm at the bottom of the tree. And then my straps right here, undo these. Now know that I may be making a little noise here, but when I'm actually at the bottom of the tree, it's super quiet. So I take those off, lift this upper portion out. So he's got my beautiful assistant, my daughter, helping me. So I get down the bottom of the tree, I take my hand climber portion out, and I flip it up. And one of the little tricks that I learned this past season, when you flip this over, it makes a little tink. So I put a little bit of moleskin right there, so when I flip it over, it doesn't make any sounds. So I flip it over, I go up to the tree, and I attach this to the tree. I lift it up about as high as I can, and I attach it to the tree and let it hang there until I get ready to do my bottom. One of the things that I told y'all about was the headlock from G5. G5, when you buy the headlock, sends you an extra screw-in attachment for a tree. So what I did, I took a Dremel tool and cut off the metal screw. When I cut off that metal screw, it allowed me to attach that to my tree stand. So when I get up into the tree, I take my bow, take the quiver off, put my bow right here in my bow holder, reach over, attach my quiver right here on the side, and then my quiver's right there. I'll show you what that looks like. So I get up to my hunting position, I pull my bow up, and then I attach my quiver right like that, and it just sits there perfect. And I took 4 deer, 2 doubles this year, because I was able to get to my arrows so quickly and quietly. So my quiver attaches right there on the side, and then when I'm ready to go get down, I just undo it, put it back on my bow, lower my bow down. Alright, so that's that. Also, on the hand climber, I put a piece of plexiglass right here on the back of it, so, and also some more padding. This makes it even softer. And then the bowl holder right here. Anyways, next thing I did. So this is 30 feet of paracord. So when I attach my bow to it, which I'll show you, I have a straw the wrath, SHO. So when I'm at the bottom of the tree, let's see here. Whoever's like that, I'm at the bottom of the tree. All I do is I take the rope, put it through the top portion of my cam, right there, then bring it all the way down to my stabilizer, hook it in there. That idea I got from Third Hand Archery also. And now my bow comes up, I don't have to worry about my arrows getting stuck in the trees or anything like that. Bring it straight up, and when I'm lowering it back down, I flip it over, put the rope through the bottom cam, and bring it straight to my stabilizer. But anyways, so that bow rope, piece of paracord, is 30 feet, just 10 yards, and when I'm at the bottom of the tree, I take it, pull it off like this, put my bow on it, and I just let it hang. Then when I get down from the top of the tree at the end of the hunt, I just take it and I wrap it around while it's still on the tree. And I'll show you all this tomorrow. Wrap it around, put it through here, and then I use the footrest to push it down and hold it into place. Super quiet. And then instead of paying the $60 or whatever it is for the Lonewolf straps, I went to the Army Surplus store, which on base it's called the uniform store. Went to the uniform store and bought these Alice pack straps for I think it was like $5.50 for the set. So really cheap. Oh, I painted my stand also. When you get it, it's sort of like a gray, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that'll say, you know, you can't really tell, but I painted mine to sort of break up the shininess and break up the pattern of it some. But that's what I've done thus far, and I'll show you how I level it tomorrow when I'm outside. But anyways, that is it. See you in a bit. Alright, so the first thing I do when I get to the bottom of the tree during my hunt, set my stand down. Come over here, baby. Set the stand down. Take the little bungee cord on. I undo one strap. Then I take my stand.